Namaste to all. Yesterday I made this video in Tamil, but it's so interesting, the topic. I wanted to make in English as well. And if you have seen my Tamil video already, I request you to again see this English video also. Because the topic what Sri Krishna has touched upon is universally applicable if you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Jain or a atheist or a Hindu. For every one of us, this topic is equally applicable because Sri Krishna is touching the fundamental roots. Sri Krishna is telling that what is the reason our life gets ruined. He is giving a very, very basic philosophy and such a depth philosophy. And we must try to contemplate these shlokas on a daily basis so that we can try to become a good person in life, and also we can try to secure that our life does not get ruined. Sri Krishna says that Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha. This knowledge is not applicable only for male or female. This knowledge is universal. It is cutting across every one of us. So Pumsaha here means Jivatma, Purush. Normally Pumsaha means Purush, but Purush does not mean male. Purush means male and female. The knowledge is given to Jivatma through Arjuna. And of course Sri Krishna, his name is used by Vyasmuni. So Vyasmuni wrote Mahabharata. So Gita knowledge is actually given by Vyasmuni. So here Sri Krishna is telling a knowledge to Arjuna that, see, Dhyayato Vishayan. What happens, Arjuna? The moment you are contemplating on the objects of senses, any object of senses, it can be object of our vision or hearing or touching or smelling or tasting. Some of the people already have, always have this habit of contemplating on what I will have for lunch. Morning breakfast is over, then immediately he or she will think about what I will have for lunch, because they want to have that sensual pleasure of taste. Some of the people have a plan of what movie next. I want to see many things. I want to see the world. Some people have the sensual pleasure for going around the world. They want to see different places. They want to eat different foods. They want to meet different type of people. These are object of our sense organs. So here Sri Krishna says, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha. The moment you start contemplating on your sensual pleasures, objects of sensual pleasures, which is going to satisfy your body, which is going to satisfy your mind, what happens is, Sri Krishna says, Teshu Sangat Upajayate. This will result in something called as Sangat. Sangat means attachment. Yesterday I was giving example of a holiday vacation. I plan to go on vacation to Switzerland. I have taken 2 weeks holidays. I have booked my tickets. I want to go to Switzerland with my family or with my friends, whatever it is. So what happens is, immediately after I have to get the pleasure. That's my pleasure, contemplating that pleasure. I want to go on vacation to Switzerland. I have never been to Switzerland, or I have never traveled to Europe. So what happens is I will start developing an attachment towards that sensual objects. Similarly, somebody is getting married, somebody has a new boyfriend, new girlfriend. They have the imagination. They develop an imagination that this is how I will behave with my wife. This is how I will take care of my wife. This is how I will take care of my husband. My husband is my closest, my wife is my closest after marriage. These kind of things contemplating will happen. Then the attachment towards that subject will happen. That object will happen. It could be wife, it could be husband, it could be boyfriend, girlfriend, vacation. Sometimes it could be my promotion in the office. Sometimes it could be my increment that I am expecting in the next quarter. It can be my bonus. It can be a good mark that I want to secure first mark. I'm studying very hard. I will take first rank in the school. It can be anything across our life. That's why I said this knowledge is applicable whether you are a Muslim or Christian. It's common for all of us. Speaks about our emotions. So Sri Krishna says you will start getting attachment towards that object. After getting attachment, what happens is Sangat Samjayate Kamaha. Samjayata means this attachment will completely turn into desire. Now after attachment, I have a complete desire that I cannot stay away from my vacation. I cannot forego my girlfriend, boyfriend. I cannot leave this. I have to do this. There is a burning desire that comes inside us. Samjayate kamaha. After attachment, this is what Sri Krishna says. So what happens is, when the desire comes in, Suddenly my boss says that, sorry, the market is going down, the business is going down, I am cancelling all the vacation. You have to work hard and there is no increment possible, so there is no vacation this year, sorry. Or COVID time started. Before COVID times, I know my colleagues also, they planned vacation to UK. They got married and then my colleague was planning a vacation to UK and COVID started. So what happens is the desire was there to go to honeymoon to UK. COVID started, flights cancelled, everything gone. So there is an unsatisfaction. The desire is not satisfied. What happens is when desire is not satisfied, then the anger will arise inside us. Even otherwise, when I go for a vacation, I have planned something to happen in Switzerland. This is what we'll do. This is what I will do. This is my plan. When I go there, there's a heavy rain, I cannot do that activity. Or when I go there, something happens, a taxi driver fights with me, then I end up in a mood off. I could not enjoy my vacation. So the unsatisfied desire will get converted into, he says, kamat krodha upajayate. From the desire, krodha, anger will arise. So if you have a desire, definitely you can note the point. You can write down in your notebook. You can write down in your board that you will end up in anger 100%. In every case, 100%. When desire is there, you will end up in anger. This is the philosophy of Sri Krishna, which is the fundamental of our life. And further, Sri Krishna says, when krodha happens, what happens is krodhat. When krodha happens, it will end up in sammoha, delusion. Mood vritti will happen. What happens is you will not understand that, okay, I am talking to my acharya, I am talking to my parents, they are elders to me, I am talking to my seniors who knows more many things, I am talking to a Jnani Purush. You will forget all those things. You are in anger. You will not say that you are talking to your father or you are talking to your wife, you are talking to a kid. You will immediately start breaking something or shout at them. You will express your anger. So sammoha means losing your mind. You lose your mind, that's it. You lose your cool when you are in anger. It can happen that in office you expect that your boss gives you an appreciation for your work. Ulta, he starts screwing you. He starts shouting at you for your report. Then when you come home, you will automatically be angry and you will shout at your kids. These are very, very practical examples which is happening in our life. Every one of us normally face this. If you're a school student and then your teacher is not happy with your work, then you get angry on your parents, your mother. You said, I will not have lunch because I will not have dinner because I'm not happy, I'm angry. All these things are happening today. So this is what he says. This leads to sammoha. And then what will happen? Simultaneously, one thing happen is you will forget your knowledge. Even you are a Vedic follower, even if you are listening Vedas from your Acharya, you will forget the Vedas knowledge at that point of time. Sri Krishna says, even after listening my knowledge, Arjuna, when you are in a situation like this, because of desire your anger arises, and because of anger you're going to lose your cool and shout. You will forget the knowledge of your Acharya. You will forget my knowledge that I am giving you this knowledge, that you must be cool. Everything is Almighty God's creation. This universe is not yours. This body is not yours. This mind is not yours. What is yours? This money is not yours. But you have lost your cool. You will forget all the knowledge what you have gained so far from Acharya, from great Mahapurush, from great books, etc. This is a very, very Vibhramaha Buddhi. You will forget Smriti. You will forget the Smriti means you will forget whatever knowledge you have gained so far. So then what happens is, then it will immediately impact your intellect. Buddhi nashat. It will end up in Buddhi nash. You will not. Buddhi means we can say Gyanvan Buddhi. Even if you have listened to Vedas, you will lose your Jnana. Why? Because you have just listened for namesake. Have you ever contemplated? I'm just asking a question. It's applicable even for me. We never contemplate on, today I will do 1 hour extra dhyan. We never contemplated, today I will do 1 hour extra ahutis. Today I will study 3 more extra Ved mantras and I will listen to my Acharya Pravachan, or I will go through the notes what my Acharya has, when my Acharya spoke, I have taken notes. I will study these things. Or I will do this activity which is not going to give me sensual pleasure. We never contemplate on those things. So this is what here buddhi nashat. Our buddhi is always tuned towards sensual pleasures. Why? Because we listen, even if you are a Vedic follower, you listen knowledge for only sensual pleasure. Some people go to Acharya just to take blessings of Acharya. So Sri Krishna says buddhi nashat. After you lose your smriti, you lose your knowledge, even if you will forget to do meditation that day, you will forget to do havan that day, you will forget to worship Almighty God that day. This also could happen. Or even if you worship Almighty God, you will worship out of anger. Your mind is on the desire and you will worship Almighty God. 100% this will happen in life. So once your buddhi, when your intellect is ruined, then your life pranushyati, buddhi nashat pranush. After your intellect is destroyed, your life gets destroyed. Slowly, your life gets destroyed because your buddhi is destroyed. Buddhi means always you must understand that we must have Shuddh Buddhi. Shuddh Buddhi Shubh Karya karega, Shubh Karam karega. If you are not having Shuddh Buddhi, you will always have Kubuddhi. This is what Sri Krishna says, that once your Buddhi, intellect gets destroyed, your life gets destroyed. That's why, we have a prayer in Gayatri Mantra, Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Di means Buddhi. Almighty God, we are praying to Almighty God that I am contemplating on you, I am sitting on dhyana, please make my intellect pure. Because when the intellect is impure, when you lose your intellect, your life will get ruined. So this is what Sri Krishna is trying to say. He is trying to summarize the full fundamental knowledge of Vedas here. You start with your sensual object, pleasure, you end up in ruining your life. Slowly, it's not that one day your life is ruined, but slowly life is ruined means what happens? Next Janma, you will not get a human birth to worship Almighty God. Because only in the human birth you can worship Almighty God. So next birth is spoiled. So here Sri Krishna is giving a fundamental knowledge. Just by anger, you are losing everything. But anger is due to result of desire. Desire is due to result of attachment. Attachment is due to expectation of sensual pleasure, contemplating sensual pleasure. So he says, don't contemplate sensual pleasure. Whatever comes on your way, just have it. Don't expect that, I have to get this food today. Like many times arguments happen in my house also, that, you are speaking so much, but you want tasty food. Someday I put extra namak, someday I put extra salt, or, do not put salt. You are getting angry because you want tasty food. My wife says this is very practical. Yeah, I say, yeah, you are right. Absolutely, you are right. I have to change myself. But then you again contemplate on your knowledge, what you listen from Acharya. See, when you don't listen Acharya's knowledge, Acharya knowledge means a person who has attained Samadhi or a person who is a great tapasvi. If you do not listen to the knowledge every day, and if you do not contemplate or meditate on Almighty God, you will never be able to improve in your life. Your life will 100% get ruined because your intellect will get ruined due to krodha, due to attachment, due to desire. That we must understand. So here Sri Krishna is giving a picture of our life. And this picture of our life, can we paint it in a better way? Yes, we can. If you do everyday tapasya, if you do Ashtanga Yoga, if you start following the philosophy of Ashtanga Yoga by listening it from Acharya, and if you just follow the footsteps of your Acharya, because I have seen my Acharya never gets krodha. When you observe great lives of great Rishi Munis, you can try to learn this because they have controlled their intellect by sadhana. So when you control the intellect by sadhana, then nothing can impact you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.